Good afternoon, traders, and welcome to another edition of Awesomecallstrading.com. I'm AJ. I'm your host for the next 8 to 10 minutes. Just finished a 45-minute session of Secret Sauce for all the amazing chat room members of Awesome Calls Trading. I do this, what I do, I show traders how I found each play, what I look for, how I traded it, what I was looking for, what made me say the stock would go here, how these plays came together. Um, it's really important that the more you educate a trader, especially a new trader coming up, the better trader they can become. They can be more confident in the trade that they're taking, more consistent, and that's what day trading is all about. It's trying to be consistent every every day and to make a living doing this. Whether it's making $200 a day and 1,000 a week or 4,000 a month, or making 250 a day, which is 1,250 or 6,000 a month. The most important thing is if you're going to plan on living like that, you've got to be consistent. And the only way you can do that is being in a room that constantly teaches you. And I'm not talking about teaching you a stock that's going to come down 8 cents and you're going to short it, or a stock that's going to wait for the pump and dump and chase it. I'm talking about real stocks with real value. And I'm not talking, hey, between this line and this line, if it hits the VWAP, it'll hit the EMA and then watch your fizz and then hit your Fitbit there and then it'll pop. I mean, like, no, this is much more deeper. This is about analysts and how to read the information. And that's really what it is. The information's out there to tell you which direction the stock is going to go, but it's completely up to you as a day trader to really figure it out. And if you're in a room that teaches you this day in and day out, you can't lose. And then you trade alongside the gentleman or the lady or whoever's running the room, and you can't lose. And then you have like a coach that's sitting right there. Should I go long here? No, don't do that yet. It's not ready yet. Don't add to it. Don't take too much size. Wait from it. Hold on. It's coming. Boom. Here it goes. And a lot of our setups are already predetermined before you even start trading. I mean, we already give you the entries and exits and what to look for. Case in point, today, today was KRTX. I mean, we actually told you long the stock at 85. We gave the reasons why in Secret Sauce, and I teach the traders, but we were long at 85. At the minimum, the traders were going to get a 97 pop. So at minimum, they were already guaranteed a $12 trade, 12 shares, 12 points. That was done. The fact that the stock ran, and believe me, when I talk run, I mean I'm running it. I'm not talking about it. I'm running it live in a chat room. What I mean by that is I'm taking the stock and I just grabbing it and I'm going, I got this. All right. And then in the morning, when it hits that 85, 90, I'm like, okay, here we go. 95, 97. You want 100? You want 110? You want 120? You want 130? You want 140? You want 150? I mean, you couldn't stop me. I was an animal. All right. So this way, what it does for you is it gives you, and you know what was interesting? They were doing an offering. And in that offering, in those few words that I read, it made me give me the decision what the stock was going to do at the open. And I knew how to react to it immediately. These are game-changing trades. Now you're looking back, I wish I took 100 shares at 8,500 buying power and got that 70-point run. I would have made 7,000. Yeah, you could have if you were in the right room, all right? You could have took 300 shares and got 30 points that made 9 grand a day. I mean, or you could have took 5,000 shares and ran 30 points and made 150 grand and bought a house. I mean, there's a lot of ways you could have played this. But before you play it, you need to be in the right room. Okay? And believe me, there were millionaires made on this stock for the last 2 days. Multi-millionaires. All right? Multi. So, next stock we played was MYOV. The great Janny Moore found the news this morning and orchestrated a nice buy-in around $758 this morning and walked it up to about 10.15 this morning in pre-market. Janny knew exactly how to run this. Traders were making money in pre-market that were in the room. I think Barney, Mike Purdue, and so forth. I got in. My notes were already written. I just needed to put them on paper. I wanted everyone to go long at 10. I gave my reasons why in secret sauce, and my ideal was to run it through 11.50 to 12.50 at the open per my notes, and instead it squeezed all the way to $17 a share. So if you had bought it at $10 when I gave you instructions to buy it this morning at 10, with the reasons behind it, you would have scored 6 or 7 points. The next stock that we did was a stock called Matco. This one we wanted to short it today, this morning. I was really adamant that I still want 65 on it. It's being held up at the moment. They issued some chatter news. I wasn't buying it. So I called for a short around 72 to 75, scale in and take it down. And we were really looking for that 65 pullback to right here to at least fill half that gap. And eventually I do think it'll come down. But right now they're kind of holding itself up. But I have to give props where they're due. Mr. Purdue called a double bottom. Pretty clear right there at 200 at 60 almost 68 a share. That double bottom was perfect. He called it. I was looking for more shorts to cover than another pull, but it ended up just going right back up, and it was a great trade. Great call. But we nailed it to the downside, and Mr. Purdue let the room know that was a nice upside move was coming. So 4 to 5 to the down, 4 to 5 to the up. You can't beat it. Great trade. The next thing that we did today was PGNY. This morning, this got 5 analyst upgrades. So for us, it was pretty simple. Or for Act Chat, it was awesome. We just waited for a pullback at 25 and under, bottom curl, and walked it all the way up to 29 a share. And that was what we wrote in pre-market notes. Stock would come down to 25 and under, bottom curl, and go to 29. All right. The next stock that we did today was KRTX, SAEX. SAEX. This was our standard main short this morning besides Matco. This was a really simple one to read. I went over it in secret sauce as well as to why I said this was a short. I made it very clear the stock would come down to $2.50 and under. I wrote it in our number 2 pick right here. This is nothing more than a all-day fade, 250 and under. You don't need to fight it. It's just scaling short. Just keep it coming down all day long. That's exactly what we did. We just took it down and came all the way down. Beautiful trade. Next stock that we did today was Now. We called this one absolutely stunning this morning. Perfect, on point. Really proud of this trade. More proud of the bottom. I want you to take a look at what I called. I said the stock would pop at the open, and I want you to watch my numbers very carefully. Okay, this hit the S&P 500, and so what I asked for, as I told the traders, I want a quick pop at the open towards that 280 mark if it comes. Once it hits that, close to it, it will pull to 272. When it hits 272, it will bottom curl and then slow all day move back to the upside. So I want you to understand that. If it popped to 280, it was going to sell off to 272. And then it was going to bottom curl, slow move all the way back to the upside. All right. So if you were in our chat room, all you had to do was wait for it. Ding, 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 ding. Here's the 280 pop. Came down 279, just under. Pulled all the way. Look at that, 272.53. And then all day moved to the upside. It was 280 a share by 10 cents. I mean, it was just, there's nothing you can say on that except wow. Okay. And one last one. We did a stock called AFCO. AFCO caught a really decent price target upgrade today. Um, I I was off a little bit on my pullback. I had the open perfect. Oh my gosh, you should have seen it. I had this popping at the open based on what I experienced and how I traded. I had this going at 323 plus at the open. I said, just pop it at the open. Start buying it now. I mean, just as soon as it opens, just start buying it because it's going to pop. And then I'm going to get a fade and snap at 315 on a pullback. And then I'm going to long it. I mean, I want you to see how close these numbers all hit. First of all, if you were in our room and you took 100 shares or 200 shares, Look at the pop right at the open. Here it is. I mean, 316, bam. Within the first blink, remember I said 323 plus? It hit 323, it hit 324. Just bam. Then it had one more run in it, it hit 325. I mean, think about it. 200 shares, 9 points, 1,800. 6,000 buying power, right? No, 60,000 buying power. I mean, just think about that run right there. 300 showers, 90,000 buying power. Shoo! I mean, you can't lose on that. And then I called for the short. So if you got the 325 pop, there's the topping, and look at the sell-off. Bam! 316.89. I wanted 315, but boy, did I come close. I'm very proud of that trade. So this was your trade. Boom, boom. So in essence, that's an 18, 20-point trade. Forget the KRTX. You could have done that one. So anyway, that is today's webinar recap. We did very many more. We did WWD. We did Home Depot, Kohl's, JKS, WUBA. But these ones just really stood out. Very profitable. Nice trades on point. It was a phenomenal day. We've had KRTX really paid us extremely well in the chat room. I can't say it enough. It's all about knowing the move before the move, studying it, understanding it, and that's what we do. I mean, every day, everything is explained. There's nothing, we teach you everything. So anyway, you want to be a member? Just click here. 25 for a day, 100 for a week. Upgrade to that to a month, or you can be a monthly at $6.75 a day to be in our great chat room, make hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. If anything, you're learning, pure education, killing it every day. My Twitter feed is AJTrader7, and hope to see you tomorrow. So thank you so much. Okay.